Now the weekly movie reviews. So let's talk about some of the movies I saw this week. I'll start with the first one I watched. So the last video I went over all the films within the 5-film John Hughes collection. Um, I've seen all these movies, and I had watched last week. She's Having a Baby, Pretty in Pink. Well, this time I watched Some Kind of Wonderful, which I liked better than not Pretty in Pink, than She's Having a Baby. I really enjoyed this one, and that was a fun one. So that's really all I have to say about that. Then I watched The Urban Cowboy with John Travolta, who stars in one of my favorite movies ever made, Saturday Night Fever. It's like one of my favorite movies ever made, and this movie's great. It's a really fun movie, and it's just a great time. It's a little too long. Like, geez Louise, this movie's like, 133 minutes. This movie only needed to be 90 minutes, but for the most part, it was a fun time. I enjoyed the movie. I had a great time watching it, and I'm happy I finally sat down to watch this because I'd never seen this before. I got it for my birthday, and I hadn't watched it yet, so I'm glad I finished watching that. Then I watched the Simpsons movie because this actually showed up from eBay, and yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I've reviewed it before, but honestly, my review's outdated for this movie because I disliked it more this time. Not to say this movie wasn't good, it wasn't funny. Here's the problem with this movie. This movie came out 18, 16 years into the show's run, something like that. It was a really long time into the show's run. You know, and the writing shows it's not the same Simpsons as the Golden Age. And there's some really fantastic humor and jokes. I laughed significantly throughout this entire movie. But Homer is a douchebag in this movie. He basically, the plot of the movie is he gets this pig that he keeps against Marge's wishes, which is not unusual for Homer. But then he endangers the whole town by dumping his pig crap and ignoring a bunch of signs that say "Do not throw this here," and he ignores Marge's wishes, and he just shows no remorse for most of the movie. And later, he does. So it's not like he's not remorseful, but that's so long into the movie that you just hate him. Like, you just hate him throughout most of this movie. And I think that's a big problem because he's literally on the cover. He's the protagonist, but there's some really great plots in the movie, but the pacing is a little bit off. And the movie's okay, but it's a funny movie. It's a good movie. If you like The Simpsons, you gotta watch this movie. So, and then I watched Love Don't Cost a Thing. I picked this up at the Dollar Tree a while ago, and I really enjoyed this movie. It was fun. It's not one of my favorite movies or anything. It's just this little, kind of interesting little musical movie. And yeah, I'd never heard of it before, but it was a decent movie, and I had fun time watching it. So, which I was actually afraid I wasn't gonna like it because some of those Dollar Tree titles are really hit or miss. Then I got the Star Wars Family Guy trilogy set, and I did watch Blue Harvest. That's the only one out of the set I'd watched, which is the first episode of the Family Guy Star Wars parodies. But yeah, it was a funny episode. It's really great because if you've never seen these, and you're like a Family Guy and a Star Wars fan, you should watch that. That's if you're a Star Wars fan and not a Family Guy fan, don't watch this because you won't like it. Because this first movie here, Blue Harvest, this first special or episode or whatever, is literally just A New Hope, but with the the Family Guy characters. And there's a lot of Family Guy jokes in it. And then there's also references to Star Wars. But really, realistically, this is more Family Guy than Star Wars. And so, bear that in mind when you watch these because, the Robot Chicken ones, there's some jokes like the ones here in Family Guy, but they're also making jokes about the Star Wars universe. The people are clearly fans. This is less of that, and so it does mean that this is more Family Guy than Star Wars, and that's not a bad thing. It's good. It's well written. It's funny. It's one of the best things to ever come out of Family Guy, if you ask me. But I had a good time watching it. And the last movie here, I don't have a copy of it in hand at the moment because I bought a copy of Pirates of the Caribbean, um, the what is it? The the Curse of the Black Pearl, which is the first movie, and I watched it, and I immediately said, "Hey, I actually kind of want to watch this movie, the rest of the Pirates movies, but I don't own them." So I looked them up on eBay, and I bought all the ones I was missing. I have the fifth one, and whenever those show up from eBay, I'm going to watch 2, then I'm going to watch 3, then I'm going to watch 4, and then I'm going to watch 5. So whenever those show up, that's what my plan is. I'm really excited to watch those because some of the sequels I've never seen, and some of them I think I've seen parts of. So yeah, I'm excited to watch all the Pirates. But the first one is one of the best action adventure movies ever made. It's fantastic. It's so amazingly well done. I can't believe how good that movie was. Like, I was surprised because I'd seen it before, but it was like rewatching it. Every time I rewatch it, I'm like, damn, this movie's amazing.